Hey there everyone, it's Anthony here with the very first vlog on Coaster Pursuit. Hi. I just parked. We are at Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park here in Glenwood Springs, Colorado. I am a Colorado native, but I have never been here. I've driven through Glenwood Springs so many times, and I honestly didn't know about this park until relatively recently. So I'm not sure if you can tell or you can see, but we've got the gondola going behind us here. So apparently you start here at the bottom, check in. I did get a season pass for this year. Check in. I think there's a waiver that needs to be signed, and then you actually take the gondola up to the top where the park is. I can't quite see it over the ridge there, but it is up there, so I'll bring you along for that. So we're gonna do that, check out the park for the very first time. I'm super excited. I'm hoping to ride a couple coasters. I think there's 3, including the Alpine coaster, so I'm looking forward to that. A couple other rides that I'm a little freaked out by, but I want to check it out. Even this gondola is a little, personally daunting for me, but it should be fine. So let's go ahead and get on the gondola and head up to the top. See you up there. So I think I mentioned it in my intro video, but I'm actually pretty scared of heights. I like to be all buckled and strapped in and secure, like on a coaster, lots of over-the-shoulder restraints, lap restraints. I like to feel secure. I know a lot of, enthusiasts are like, do not staple me, do not, let me get that airtime. And sometimes I feel like that, and other times I'm like, you better staple me in here. I need to be secure, So just being open like this, this gondola is pretty big. You could probably get four or so people in here, but just it free swinging and just kind of hanging is definitely something that I struggle with for sure. We're gonna go ahead and just keep making our way up the top. I'll probably we're gonna keep going up. All right, so it looks like we are approaching the summit here, and we're actually getting a good look at the Alpine coaster directly in front of us there. Someone's just a couple people whipping around that. So getting a good view of that. There's also the Gerstlauer coaster that they have here. I believe it's Defiance. And yeah, kind of the station, the welcome station for the gondolas up ahead. So really cool. Wow, we're actually gonna go over the Alpine coaster. This is so cool. Dang. Yes. Oh my goober. Yes. I'm so excited. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Here we are. This is so cool. So this is kind of the main, I don't know what you call it, the promenade. How cool. So we've got a little gift shop there. Just some fun kind of old Western style painting and stuff. A very, very Western, old-timey Western mountainous theming. Very cool. So it looks like we have Alpine coaster. Cliffhanger is closed currently. Wild West Express, Mine Wheel, Canyon Flyer. Then on the opposite side, we're gonna have Cave Tours, Giant Canyon Swing, Defiance coaster, 4D Motion Theater, Crystal Tower, and Giddy Up. So we've got actually, a fair amount of attractions up here. I love this kind of old Western theming. Today is their opening day for the summer season, so this is the first day of the year that all rides are supposed to be open. It looks like we're missing Cliffhanger, but the rest are open. I want to get on Defiance, that's where my heart is at. Might find a restroom real quick first though. But yeah, let's get going. Okay. That was very good. That was awesome. My first Gerstlauer, I believe. Yeah, and it's got a little bump to it, a little jerky motion there at a couple points, but overall very nice. Certainly smoother than the coasters at Elidge Gardens. So my hair's always a mess, but anyway, fantastic. I loved it. There was only 3 of us on the ride. There's really no line at all. I mean, it's very quiet today. It's a Friday. But yeah, looks like they've got a few different like little food stalls. Most of them, I think the 2 that I've seen so far are closed. So I'll have to see what's open, but I'm gonna go try to check out the other coaster here and keep moving and grooving. Oh my gosh. Maybe they have a barber here. All right, let's keep going. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, absolutely not. Oh, no, I think, well, I'll think about it.
There we go.
All right, well, just got off of the Alpine coaster for the first time, and that thing was awesome. I did need that reassurance from like the little intro video, like, don't worry, the carts are affixed to the track, it will not come off. So I did no brakes, and it was awesome. So the scariest part of that entire thing was the hill back up to the top. That really kind of freaked me out. So, but yeah, awesome. So Cliffhanger is one of the other coasters here, and that is the one that's closed. I didn't realize that. They do have a family coaster, so I'm gonna see about getting on that, and we'll keep moving and grooving. This so far is, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Alright, so it looks like this is our path to Cliffhanger, and it is currently closed, unfortunately, but hopefully later on in the season I'll be able to get on that. Looks like this is supposed to be another pathway to the Canyon Flyer, but that's also closed. So a little bit of a dead end up here, but we're gonna head back down and see about that family coaster. Alright, so here we are at Lookout Grill. This is the only food establishment that is open today. It looks like your pretty traditional fare, burgers, different sandwiches. They actually have a couple different salads, including a citrus salmon salad that looks good. Little kids menu. Prices aren't crazy. It seems pretty par for the course in terms of theme park pricing. So let's go have some food. Oh, all right. Well, just finished grabbing some lunch. The food did take a little bit of time, for sure, and yeah, the food I received was not what I ordered. I ordered like the buffalo tender sandwich, and then they came out after it had been a little while, and like, here's your chicken bacon ranch melt, and I was like, I was about to be like, ooh, that's not what I ordered, but I was like, I don't want to wait again for the right thing. It started getting pretty packed in there. Like I said, it's the only open food establishment, so everyone's kind of flooding there right now because it is lunchtime. So I just kind of ate about half of it, and I was like, okay, I'm good, and made my way out. So it wasn't great. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. I'm hoping that, you know, when we get into the full swing of the season and more of their food establishments open, that there might be some better options here at the park than what was there. It was a little lackluster. All right, so I think the plan of attack now is to check out the 4D motion theater. I want to get on that. I also am thinking I might do a cave tour. I need to look at the times. And then I'm probably just gonna hit the Alpine coaster and Defiance, just back and forth. It's pretty early to say, but I am loving the Alpine coaster most, I think, at the park so far. Defiance is super cool, but I've never been on an Alpine coaster, and that was just a lot of fun. And in my opinion, a little bit more terrifying, just because you're so open, and especially when you're not using the brakes. So yeah, I'm gonna get on this 4D motion theater. Then I'm gonna go look at the times for the cave tours, see if I want to stick around for that. The cave tours, they said, are about 40 minutes long, so I just want to make sure I have time for all that. But if not, then we'll just do Alpine Defiance until I'm ready to leave. So yeah, let's keep moving and grooving. Alright, so here we are in the little kind of staging area for the King's Row cave tour. So the next one starts in a little over 20 minutes, so I think I'm going to go do Defiance or the Alpine coaster in the meantime. But one thing that is really interesting about this park, or really cool, is just the amount of like nature that's around. So there's like a little chipmunk running around. There was some chipmunks when I was coming up the hill on the Alpine coaster, and then as I was eating, I looked out the window, and there was some deer walking around near Defiance. So just the wildlife that's like chilling and hanging out in and around the park is pretty interesting. So, alright, so we're gonna go do Defiance and the Alpine coaster a couple times. I was trying to get myself, kind of pipe myself up to go on the Super Swing, or the Cave Drop, the Crystal Tower. These are two rides that I think really would freak me out, so I'm gonna keep thinking about it, but that might have to be a next time thing. I might be more encouraged to go if some friends want to go on it, but being solo, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this. So we're gonna head back up here, go on Defiance, Alpine coaster, then we'll try to get on a cave tour. All right, let's go.
Fire in the hole.
You can take as many pictures and videos as you like, too. So I'm gonna let you guys sit over here.
I was down at I think it's called the King's Cave, and I got there as they were doing their kind of rules and regulations for the cave, and went to go get in, and this big group of people, like a whole family, was in front of me, and I was the last one in line behind them, and like, sorry, that group is gonna put us at capacity, and I was like, dang it. So I think I might do the cave tours next time I come up here, because I don't want to wait another half hour. So I'm gonna go do Alpine Coaster and Defiance. Just got done marathoning, lapping on Defiance. I did one lap. Oh my gosh, my hair! I'm absolutely getting a haircut now that I'm doing this coaster stuff, like one ride and my hair is just a mess. So yeah, I did one lap on each corner. So I'd say out of those 4 out of the 4 corners of that train, my least favorite was front left, and my most favorite was probably front right or back right. Yeah, for whatever reason, the left side just is a little more headbangy than the right, at least in my opinion. I do actually like the views on the left side because you're kind of facing out over the cliff on the left side when you're coming out of the station, but it's a little more headbangy on that side. So I guess I'd prefer the right just for comfort. I mean, there really isn't a bad spot on the train. It's a small train, you know, eight passengers, so not a real bad seat in the house, I guess, necessarily. And the views are just incredible, so you're gonna have a great time no matter what. But as far as comfort, I prefer the right side. So yeah, all right, so we did that 4 times. Now we're gonna head over to the Alpine coaster and see about getting on that a couple more times, and we'll figure out how the rest of the afternoon's gonna go. Let's go. Oh my goodness. All right, well, this is just a lost cause at this point. Yeah, so I just did 3 laps on the Alpine coaster. Wonder if they do some sort of show in this plaza. It says smoking area, but there's like different props and stuff. Maybe it's just a holding area for some other stuff, but it looks like a fort. Huh, interesting. Anyway, did 3 laps on the Alpine coaster, and I have to say, you know, I was really worried I was going to be a scaredy cat of those. I love them. At least I love this one. They're awesome. I love the openness, but you're still, you know, buckled in, and just how close they are to the ground. I like how they utilize the terrain. There's some pretty tight little turns on this Alpine coaster here at Glenwood Caverns where it does like kind of auto brake you at certain points. You brake just for, I'm guessing, safety's sake. But you take some corners, whipping around those corners pretty nicely. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And there's like these little kind of skip drops. I don't know what you'd call them. Little double downs, triple downs there towards the end there that are a lot of fun too. And I got over my fear of going back up the lift. It actually is kind of nice. So it's kind of relaxing at the end of going on the coaster. So I love them. I love them, I think, just as much as, you know, your traditional coasters. So I'm excited to experience some more of those. But yeah, we're kind of getting towards the afternoon, later afternoon here at the park. I've done pretty much everything I think I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do the swing or the drop mine. Drop, it's not a tower, but yeah, the mine ride, whatever. So I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of walk around, shoot, just get a few more shots of different rides going. Maybe check out Defiance and the Alpine coaster one more time, but kind of make my way out of the park. I do want to stop and get something to drink, though. I am parched. So yeah, we'll keep moving and growing. All right, guys. Well, I just can't leave well enough alone. It's a quiet day here, so I've just kept being like, oh, let me do Defiance one more time. Let me do the Alpine coaster one more time. But I think I am officially ready to call it a day here. It's a beautiful day, really nice weather. Like I said, it's quiet here at the park, not too many people, so I've just been able to pretty much walk on most things. I think the longest I waited was for the Alpine coaster. Waited maybe 10 minutes one time. Every other time it's just been a walk on or 5 minutes or less. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day. In total, I think I've done Defiance right around a dozen times, 12 or 13 times. Alpine coaster, probably a similar amount, probably like a dozen times. So yeah, I've definitely gotten my money's worth today for sure. So yeah, I'll kind of wrap it up for the vlog. Thank you so much for coming along with me. I'll definitely share my kind of thoughts and opinions. I might do an official kind of review of Glenwood Caverns, my first time going, as opposed to just doing this vlog. But I will say I'm overall really, really happy. This is an awesome park, definitely better than Elitch Gardens and Lakeside for sure. And I'll be coming back several times, plenty of times, throughout the 2025 season, so I'm really excited. I mean, the views alone here are just incredible. It's so gorgeous. So, I mean, that alone makes it a superb park to what we have in Denver for sure. So, just lots of cool, you know, like statues and stuff here and there. It's a really unique park, really, really cool. And once again, one of the most scenic, beautiful parks, I think, in the world. So anyway, yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll probably send you off with a gondola ride down back to the parking lot area. I'll leave you with that. I snagged a t-shirt. I want to get a t-shirt from each park I visit. So got a t-shirt from Glenwood Caverns. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And stay tuned for, again, an official review of this park, breaking down some of the ride details and stuff, and yeah, and future vlogs, future content. So yeah, thank you so much for coming along on this coaster pursuit, and we'll see you next time.